Hi everyone, I'm Simon from Sterling Coaching and welcome to today's Facebook Live, in which I want to talk about how we know the importance of practice, but making sure that we practice the right things. And practice makes perfect, but does it make perfect if you're doing the wrong things? And as we know, when I'm getting ready for a presentation, if I'm running a course, I always make sure that I get the fundamentals of doing things right. And it's really important to realize that practice just for practice sake isn't good enough. If I do a presentation and I practice to an empty room, unless I get that feedback, unless I'm getting some kind of input into whether I'm doing it right or whether I'm doing it wrong, then the practice is not going to get the result that I want. And what's going to happen, I'm going to do the presentation and all the bad things that I've been continually doing whilst I'm practicing end up being repeated in the presentation. And I was listening to a book just the other day which reminded me of this, and I've got some notes written down here because it says here that we need to find the fundamentals of doing things right and then practice these to improve. And I did this. I wanted to get my knee down. That's me going around Castle Donington race circuit on my bike, which I love to bits. And I kept practicing. I did more and more track days. And I kept doing the same thing. And the result that I wanted was to get the knee down on the tarmac. But what I was doing was trying to get the bike over more so my knee would touch the ground. And then what somebody told me is what I needed to do was shift my body more off the bike. Because if I carried on doing that, the bike at some point, once I hit the tarmac with my knee, the bike was going to hit the tarmac as well. So it was really important to keep practicing what I knew was the fundamental. And the fundamental wasn't leaning the bike over. The fundamental was shifting the weight of my body off of the bike. So we need to look at the fundamentals of doing things right. And then once we know what's got to be done right, keep practicing those right things. And then once we've found the best way of practicing, we need to practice harder. So if there's anything that you're preparing for at the moment, if you've got a presentation, if you've got a sport, anything that you're doing at the moment that you're practicing for. Perhaps it might be a client presentation, it might be, as I did this morning, a networking presentation. Make sure that you're practicing the right things, practicing them well and practicing them harder. Have a look at the things. Examine, am I doing more and more of the wrong things by keep going this way? Do I need to just tweak anything? Do I need to change anything? Do I need to improve anything? And then once you've done that, then get back to that practicing. And if you really want the results, then you've got to make sure that you're practicing the right things, because then practice will make perfect. So have a good look at the things that you're working on now. You can see there just in the scope, I've got a 14-day challenge coming up, which starts on Monday the 17th of May. And what I want to try and do is encourage each of you to test out different behaviours. And once you've got those behaviours tested, I would love people that find those great fundamentals of doing things right to then practice doing more and more of those things, so you get absolutely the best results that you can. So start practicing the best thing. That's my Facebook Live today. Hopefully it's been of some use. If you've got any tips like this that you'd like to share, please just message me below to have a chat, and I'd love to get you as a guest on my podcast, and I'd love to have you on the challenge next week as well. Look out for the challenge details on Facebook. Every day I'm going to be doing a Facebook Live at 8:30 in the morning to tell you what the day's challenge is. So keep a lookout for that. And by doing the challenge, you will actually be able to get points, and points will make prizes. And there's some great prizes in store for the people that take part in the challenge. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I look forward to catching you on the next Facebook Live. Bye for now.